This isn't a war zone or Los Angeles where immigrants have been mistreated. This is Kenya.
I have some major breaking news coming from the protest in Kenya. The people in Kenya are now in their streets, but there is a problem. The government is now forcing itself into media stations in Kenya and switching off their live to air broadcasts. And let me tell you, if you think this is something that is a very small thing, I'm telling you, the people are now in the streets and they are coming from everywhere. In Nairobi, it is full of people. I don't know where they are coming from. And now they are just saying that the president has to step down immediately.
The heart of Africa, burning with a revolution of voices, not violence. On June 25th, 2025, history was rewritten as thousands flooded the streets, unarmed but united, shouting, "Enough is enough. No to corruption. Yes to leadership. Yes to the future." This isn't chaos. It's a generation rising with vision, not weapons. But why are Kenyans risking everything? A year earlier, on June 25th, 2024, young protesters stormed Parliament, rejecting oppressive tax hikes. The response? Live bullets. Over 60 were slaughtered, hundreds wounded, yet no official has been held accountable. Why does the world stay silent as Kenya's youth bleed for justice? This isn't just Kenya's fight, it's Africa's story, a raw, unfiltered cry against oppression. Will you bear witness? Stay with us as we expose the truth mainstream media ignores. Like, share and subscribe, because silence is no longer an option. How many more must have to die? The streets of Kenya are screaming a desperate question. How many more bodies must fall before African leaders listen? This isn't just about protests, it's about broken systems that crush dissent instead of dialogue. Take Albert Odwang, a 31-year-old teacher and blogger who dared to criticize police brutality. Days after his arrest, his battered body told a story of state violence. 6 officers were detained, but what justice is that for a stolen life? Kenya is unraveling. Beneath the chants and crosses lies a nation pushed to the brink. Skyrocketing prices, stagnant wages, mothers skipping meals, graduates hawking tomatoes while politicians glide by in bulletproof convoys. The taxes that sparked bloodshed in 2024 still strangle citizens today. Yet on June 25th, 2025, 23 counties erupted, not just to mourn the past, but to fight for survival. This is East Africa's record.
Mothers! Even she's a mother. She's a mother. I love my Kenyan people, but women are going through a lot. We are suffering. Kenyan mom, I'll speak out. I'm East African baby. I'm an East African giant. I'll speak. This is my hope.
A generation refusing to bury their future in silence. When will leaders realize a people with nothing left to lose cannot be silenced? It was Kenya's darkest hour, when a government silenced its people through bullets. The streets of Kenya became a battlefield, not of war, but of defiance. Young students, grandmothers and workers, united by rage and desperation, marched toward Parliament, blockaded highways with barbed wire, and turned cities into fortresses of protest. But the government's response?
Because of these extrajudicial killings that have been happening and abductions, and even so, the president doesn't care about the people of his country, even though he was elected. Even today, the president knew that there was all these protests and the people were demanding for their rights, but he chose to just go for a burial ceremony instead of even taking his time to try and solve the problems the people are facing. Their healthcare is failing. Everything in that country is failing. And now the government does not allow anybody to broadcast or show the world that there is a protest in Kenya.
Tear gas, rubber-coated steel, snipers on rooftops, and most chilling of all, a media blackout. Major news stations like NTV and KTN were forcibly shut down because the truth had become too dangerous. The people are in the streets everywhere, one journalist reported, his broadcast cut mid-sentence. They're demanding the president step down, but instead of listening, he attended a burial while his police gunned down unarmed citizens. The toll? At least 16 dead, 400 injured, 60 with bullet wounds. Journalists, medics, even bystanders, arrested, beaten, silenced. This isn't just a protest, it's a massacre, and it begs the question, What kind of democracy murders its own people for daring to speak? The world is watching, but Kenya's government is betting on your silence. Will you let them win? Picture this. In 2025, in the heart of East Africa, citizens are gunned down for holding crosses and demanding justice. Is this the future we envisioned for Africa? As Kenya's government responds to protests with roadblocks and bullets, its people are rewriting the rules of resistance. The Katiba Institute has launched a constitutional challenge, fighting for the right to protest. But this movement has already outgrown courtrooms. This is no ordinary demonstration. It's a digital-first, youth-led uprising. A generation that refuses to choose between safety and dignity. They aren't asking to be heard, they're demanding it. Can bullets really silence truth? Can a nation survive when its people awaken to their power? Kenya's struggle holds up a mirror to every African government that rules through fear. The world must decide. Will it keep looking away or finally listen? At the Black Post channel, we amplify these critical stories, but we need you. Should any government meet peace with gunfire? Share your thoughts below. If you believe in fearless African journalism, support us, because change begins when voices unite. Disclaimer, this content is for education and awareness only. We condemn violence and illegal acts.